up. Just everybody. It's screwed.
Oh my
Screwed.
gosh, who's all in here? Ah, her own witch. Oh, at 9:41, Lord. Okay, haven't been too long.
Can you pop it out now, please? Follow the instructions.
Where do we pop it? Right here?
Yes. I think what you
So I didn't pop it.
What you need to do, first of all, y'all, good morning. And I'm really irritated at how Rook sits in a chair.
What?
I'm just going to say this. This is how you know we've been married almost 2 decades.
What is how I sit on
He sits his chair out 10 feet and then has his butt on the very lip of it and blocks everybody going around.
There's only one thing you should care about: how I sit on.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, let's not talk about that.
Now that way you can tell
Sore or unsore subject.
You can tell me. Well, I'm working on it.
Unsore subject.
He didn't pop it.
So, and I'm kidding about that, but no. What you need to do, which I've learned, I think people like it when I'm mean to you. It seems like they are. It's y'all's fault that I do these things.
I made a song especially for today. I'll sing it in a minute.
But anyway.
Chant. Good morning, Gemini Ray.
As I was saying,
I didn't pop it right, I guess.
you need to take 2 separate cards.
2 separate
One
cards.
for prep and one for how to go live.
Oh,
and
true.
Separate which one's going which thing. Because you're doing half of the go live stuff with the prep stuff.
I should. But overall, I think I'm doing better.
Yeah.
I just need to do...
I don't care. It's ready for me.
I mean, it's separate.
Is Iris still
Wouldn't you
locked up?
agree? Yes, I'll go get her out. But wouldn't you say it's better now that I have taken over some of this?
I mean, it's easier for me. Not gonna lie.
What kind of slut calls on a Sunday morning at 9:45 Eastern time about a loan that I never applied for?
Good morning, Heroine Witch and Gemini. Thanks for joining us while you're driving. I hope you have fun wherever you're headed to and doing today. We've been sick for probably about a week and a half now, so I was feeling better yesterday and I'm a little bit less today, but we're trying to get through what I think was COVID, even though it didn't test positive. I tested negative both times, and so did Brad. So, but I got sick right after somebody I spent a whole day with who had COVID, and we have the exact same symptoms as she did. So, if you guys unfortunately get rounded by this current COVID, it doesn't seem as difficult or as hard, but it seems to last a little longer, and it's more congesty and heady. Like my ears feel full. I have a headache. I'm congested. My upper sinuses are more full than normal. So, that's all things that that you guys need to know. So good luck and hope you stay away from this one. Again, not too severe. It's got some weird symptoms.
I've been seeing that Swalwell, that governor candidate for California. I didn't know anything about it. So it's like, is he challenging Newsom, or is Newsom done and can't run anymore?
I think Newsom can continue to run. I think Newsom is, unfortunately, as much as I liked him for a while, his true colors have shown, and I'm not a fan.
Oh, really? Look what, I haven't paid attention. Like he's nasty or what?
He's just, I honestly really, 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 really believe that Gavin Newsom is an absolute, complete Democratic opportunist. He is swinging wherever he thinks he can get the most, which is political. That's what politicians do. But it's still how this is, y'all don't shoot me. I cannot fucking stand Marjorie Taylor Greene. But I don't think she's swaying for other people. I think she's just confused and misguided or whatever.
Well, I think she goes on the seat of her pants, which is good because you see the true colors.
She's going by what she thinks is right, even if I think it's completely wrong, which to me is way better than somebody who just changes with the wind and whatever. I don't like her. I don't want to be with her.
I think she's authentic.
I'm not going to support her because I'm not going to support her. I'm not going to support her because of some of the things she does, says, and how she treats certain people in our community. I won't ever. And that's just who she is. But she's not changing herself to do what other people want her to do. I think there is a chance that she might change something someday.
I think she can, because I think she's got the balls, unlike many people.
I still fucking hate her.
To do it. I understand why you do, but she's got balls.
I fucking hate what she's doing to people in our community and how...
Or what she's done in the past.
She is. No, I don't even care about the past. She still is anti... I don't know. I'm sorry, but people, if you don't like trans people, you don't understand them, that's one thing. But if you're anti-trans, I don't like you. I'm sorry. I just don't.
I think she is principled.
You can not enjoy trans people. You cannot want to be around trans people, which I also think that's stupid. But if you actually hate and think that trans people shouldn't have support, safety, and have the ability to choose their own life, then I don't want you around. I'm sorry. That's just my feeling.
Hey, Paranormal.
I hope that doesn't offend anybody.
I'm going to put on my MTG shirt at the end.
You know.
I think she's principled. Yeah. No, I get where you're coming from. But where mine goes through is just how she totally stood up against
she did
all odds like the last 6 months, and then
I'm not even going to be like too little too late for that kind of stuff. It's just she did. I'm glad, but she's still not an ally. There's a word that people have been using lately, and I heard it too in one of our things at work. Remember when I actually was on a gay panel for my work, the hospital system, at one point, and they said you got to stop being an ally and start being it's not an activist. There's a word for it. It's really neat. Yeah, I mean, I get completely people who don't understand trans people and might even be grossed out by it. I don't care if somebody's grossed out about me being gay. Don't have gay sex. But if you don't think I deserve the same rights to choose and try to do what I want to do as an adult and be who I want to be, that's where I have a line. So, I didn't expect to start off that way, but you know.
Well, you've inspired me to put on my t-shirt in a few minutes.
Happiness.
So thank you.
Is a choice. And happiness is a skill. Did you know that?
I did not know it was a skill.
I want to talk about that today too. On top of, I know we have some topics. I want to talk about happiness as a skill. Because I'm kind of building this into our life coaching program as a resource.
All right.
But before we do that, let's do our normal.
Can I read a little bit of this real quick?
Hold on.
No, you don't have to.
Hold on.
We still got to work on our new officialize our new circle cast. Swalwell's story is one of the most layered. I'm gonna have to follow up on that. I've just been noticing Hootless that story on Swalwell the past couple days or so.
Yeah, and I'm not familiar with it at all. With being sick, I really haven't been paying attention to. I don't pay attention to the news all that much. But even less lately. So we might even look it up a little bit later. Oh, I did see him talk about these allegations. I did see that video pop up on YouTube. We'll have to talk about it at some point. Okay, sorry, go ahead. I haven't even had my Pagan this morning.
I think the timing of this is very suspicious. I will say that.
I mean, I don't even know who he is. I just remember seeing it on
He's
10 minutes.
For governor of California, one of the Democratic.
It was like sexual allegations or something. Like
something about being inappropriate.
And he just like, this is absolutely untrue. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna pause so that Rook can do some of the stuff that Rook wants to do.
I was just gonna say, welcome to our Sunday circle, where the veil is thin, the tea is warm, or coffee in my case, and the conversation feels like magic itself. Take a break, settle into your space, and let the outside world soften. Today, we journey through these mysteries: the flight of witches, the wisdom of tarot, which brought about from last night, a question you posed at the beginning of our stream, and our deep ancient connection to the moon. So,
all right, let's go live.
What are you?
When you say the moon, we'll I already did it.
Oh,
we'll transition.
So, first of all, everybody comments on our t-shirt, so I'll get mine out of the way. If you're happy and you know it, it's your meds. That's mine. So I'll switch to my MTG shirt in a few. And then yours.
We're all a little strange here. This is one of the most comfortable t-shirts I've gotten, and this came from Rural King. Like, I did not expect that. We also went gun shopping yesterday. I don't know what I want to talk about. That's fun.
Paranormal. I don't know if you agree with me. I grew up in East Texas and also Dallas, and I will say there are no better thunder and power rainstorms than in Texas. It is the best. Enjoy that rain. For me, I miss it so much.
We've been getting some good ones too.
Not this little 2-hour wimpy shit. I miss the power storms. Although the climate here I love is way better than Texas.
Really?
But they have
the wimpy shit. Hurricane Ian, Hurricane Milton, Hurricane
outliers.
Maria, Hurricane Irma.
Outliers. The storms in Texas
That's not
are
the definition
magical.
of outlier.
You don't understand though. The storms in Texas, the power, thunder, and rainstorms.
What I do
are
understand,
magical.
what I
Good
do
morning.
understand about people and their psyche is that the place that they are from, if they had a good time, they're always going to say it's better than anywhere else because the storms we had in Virginia were amazing in certain parts.
Oh, I'm sure they were.
But the storms here are also amazing in certain parts.
They are in their
The
own
loudest
different ways.
lightning and thunder here has been here anywhere.
You think more than Virginia? More than
Yes.
your Virginia?
Mm-hmm.
So what are you reading? Tell me what you're reading.
About to read you if you don't stop it.
Oh, I have my glasses. You have yours. Let's open the library. Just kidding. Let's go. What books are you reading?
Let's do open the library. Who do you think will win?
So what are you reading, Mystic?
Who do you think will bleed more?
It depends on the state of how focused I am and in tune.
So me.
It depends.
I will cut more. You will bleed more. Actually, is what I meant to say. I'm still reading the same books.
I want to be able
I
to
haven't
show our
really
books.
changed anything,
Let's see.
but I have made progress.
All right, let's show it. Show it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Stop. It's hot in here.
It's hot in here. It's hot in here. There must be some hoes in this atmosphere. Okay, I've been waiting to say that for like 30 minutes. Had it planned.
Okay.
Thanks for the opportunity. All right.
So I'm still reading Destiny of Souls by Michael Newton.
Oh, nice.
Case studies. New case studies of lives. Life. I can't even speak today. Life between lives. This is the second of a series of 3 books. Journey of Souls, Destiny of Souls, and Wisdom of Souls. I talked about it last week. The first one's great. It's really really good to get into. It's really neat. It's very different. This is just a lot more case studies to support that, and it gets into like soul levels and a couple of other things that interesting, but not 100% sure that it's, you know, I don't know. He speaks it like it's absolute truth, and I think it's more a little bit about interpretation. But I do like it. I do want to finish it. I am going to finish it. The case studies are great. If you like near-death experiences, life after death, that kind of stuff, it's really cool. And then I'm reading this book, or starting this book soon. I haven't read a lot of fiction lately.
This one looks so good.
I think the last fiction novel series I read was The Expanse, which is amazing. I got through all of those novels. I think there's like 10 or 12 of them. Really, really good if you like space opera, sci-fi. Future is great. But yeah, 10, I mean, there's tens of thousands of pages for that one. And then I read, what's the book book about memory?
Who opened a door?
It's probably
This one, the patio.
You should be, but we probably should
Let me
check.
check. Who's pushing doors?
Because Piper's right here.
Okay,
Oh. So I forgot the name of the book. Is it something blue? Sounding Blue, Remembering Blue? I'll have to look it up. Really good book about memory and why memories are so important and how to sustain memory. It's is it The Keeper? I don't know. There's a couple of books to it. Can you go in there and look on the counter and see there's a book? You won't know it. I'll have to look.
What's it called?
I don't know. That's the problem.
What are you looking for?
It's a book. I know what it looks like in my head, but I can't explain it. I'll know it as soon as I see it. So it cannot help with you getting it. I have to go look. So I'm going to add this book, which is Mitch Albom's Twice. I know some of you might have heard of Mitch Albom. He has some other pretty popular books. I've, again, forgotten what they are. But I think it's, there's, what is it, Stranger in a Lifeboat? But that's not the one that everybody knows.
Well, the very, very first one.
Stranger Lifeboat, Finding Chica, The Timekeeper, Have a Faithful More Day, The 5 People You Meet in Heaven, Tuesday
That's
with
the
Maury.
one. Tuesday with Maury and the 5 People We Meet in Heaven are the ones.
The First Phone Call from Heaven, The Little Liar.
Is this a Christian book?
I mean, I think he's pretty Christian, but this is about a person who can see things or have a second chance to redo certain things, but he has to live with the result of the second one.
Sounds very
So, yeah, my boss at work, my nurse boss, my VP, she recommended it to us at one of our meetings, so I went out right away and bought it because she has recommended some really good books. I like that she's a reader and she has a lot of different kinds of books. I'm going to go find the name of that book.
Actually want to read that book twice.
All right. What are you reading?
I will entertain you. So I haven't started, but I'm going to this week, The Book of Baphomet by Adius Dade. I know some of you have read or are reading this book. So that is one. I kind of have ADHD, lots of things. I am reading by Storm Fairy Wolf. One of my mentors right now, The Witch's Name, excuse me. It goes into a lot about the power of words, spells, and the meaning of our names and why we choose them. And why the names that we are born with, may not suit us for other purposes. Maybe they do. The Witch's Name. The Storm Fairy Wolf. All right. And I haven't in a while. Look, we've been sick this week. I haven't read shit, really, to be honest. But this is what I am working on. The Flowering Wand. I'm still in the process of reading this book. Okay. Rewilding the Sacred Masculine by Sophie Strand. And
this is the best fan I've ever had in my entire
life. A non-magical book that Mystic has recommended.
My favorite book ever
to
in this
me
world.
For years. And I think Unexplained has also read this and recommended it.
He has, and done a review.
The Name of the Wind by Patrick, how do you say it? Rothfuss? It's totally not, well, it is magic because it's fiction, it's a story, but it's a book that's been recommended for probably 15 years. And I've not read it, so exciting stuff. Now, did you find what you were seeking? And then I got to answer those questions.
Look at the puppy.
His name is Finnegan.
It's the puppy.
Ooh.
He's like, what are you doing? I did. The book that I was thinking of in my head is called The Giver. And then Gathering Blue is the second one.
Ooh.
If you have never read The Giver and you like short novels about things that are kind of single topic but so complex, they're so good. I highly recommend The Giver by Lois Lowry and the follow-up Gathering Blue. Without giving a whole lot away, it is... Sorry, I'm trying to change the temp too so that the AC can cut off. Would you just go away? That is my home address. Please leave me alone.
Oh, did you show it? Sorry, did you show the Gathering Blue?
I did not.
Okay, I'll go back. You want to show it?
Yeah, we can. I don't have The Giver.
Yeah.
I just have the second one, which is Gathering Blue. It's put up somewhere because once we read our books, we stamp it and then I put them away, so that we have room for other ones. But it's Gathering Blue. The first one is The Giver. If you haven't read it, it's amazing. What's really cool about The Giver is it's a story about all things trying to be the same, and then a person who's charged with remembering. And then there's the giver and the receiver. Very, very, very meaningful book. Easy to read. But yeah.
And Aaron, hello, Magic Noir. How are you? How the heck have you been? Sorry, we're catching up.
I'm glad to hear.
Jimmy Rainer's the author again. I've been great lately. How are you doing?
Both of you are always welcome, regardless of how things go. So if you ever want to chat, hang out, get in and need to talk, please.
Yeah, you both are always welcome at all times. I'm glad you're working on stuff and it seems to be going okay. It's important. Therapy is a good thing. I gotta get started. Yeah, this will be 2. Eddie has stayed. Where can I get the book? Which one? The Adius one, Paranormal? The
Amazon.
Book of Baphomet, or one other? Sorry, I'm delayed in following because we were talking. Let me know which book Paranormal will tell you. Most likely Amazon.
I wish I could help this dog. He is so scared of the noises outside our house when it's a little windy.
And Gemini Rain asks, do you have a name that you use that you never tell anyone? I do not, but there's power in that.
I do, and so I have a name. I think everybody knows my magical name. Most people call me Mystic, which really my magical name is Salann, which stands for salt. My semi-full magical name is Salann Natalwin, which is salt of the earth. And salt of the earth is it is a biblical reference, but it is a reclaiming of myself, of me being. I'm very earth-oriented, and it's like I am reminding myself in life that I am salt, and salts can kill you. It can actually cause death. It is actually one of the reasons we die when we dehydrate. Your salt gets too high and your electrolytes get off. So salt is very dangerous, but it also can be an antibiotic, and it can also help heal because it can clean wounds. So it's cleansing and killing at the same time. Very polar opposites. Same in nature, differing in degree. That's where that comes from. So Salann Natalwin is my magical name. But there is a fourth word in my name that I do not share with anybody. You have probably seen it.
Intrigued.
And I sign it in my journal, but that's the only place I sign it. It is my own. It is not shared, but it is just one word it's like a middle name, basically.
Well, you know, that question, it goes back to a lot of fairy tales and stuff, that how you win or the power of the name is by knowing not the villain, but the antagonist's name is how you protect yourself, or by the power of your name is how you protect yourself. So that goes back centuries. That concept.
Just so you know, every time you hit the table, it causes a whole punch on the sound.
Oh, sorry. I know what I'm hitting. But that is a great question.
Sorry, guys. Just making a point.
That's a very good question.
Interesting thing about names. If you think about Charmed, that's one thing that they did that I really enjoyed. And so they would always talk about, like, if you know the name of the demon, you can vanquish it, right? You had to know their name. So you had to get the demon to tell you its name so that you can then control it. I don't believe that specifically, but I do believe the naming of things gives you not power over them, but power with them. So
that's awesome.
I am sorry you didn't make it through, Hootless. I will be very honest, Rook, for you too. The first, I would say, 100 pages are dry. It is hard to get through that first set.
Of which one?
The Name of the Wind.
Oh, is it? Okay.
He's really, really slow in setting the stage for it. But once I got through that, I couldn't put it down.
Oh, was that very incelish? Oh, involuntary celibate? Is that what she means? Oh, like a pagan church would give advantage. Sorry, I got lost. Oh, at a state book, Amazon. Thinking about a question. What do you think is the future of the pagan community? Is it going to be pagan temple and church communities or secret societies like?
I don't think so, Hootless. Before though, like Heron Witch or Heron Witch. I like that. I didn't get the incel part of it out. I think I do understand where that comes from though. In a way. Huh. Something to think about.
Oh, I'll keep that in mind.
Back up to Hootless. I've thought about this too, but I don't think it's ever going to be group pagan coven churches everywhere. I think some will exist. There will be some temples. I think paganism just leans itself too much to be scattered. I do think that there might be Wiccan temples. There may be some specific things like Satanists and left hand, some very specifics, but in general, pagans as a whole. Yes, thank you. We do have to
thank you for
catch
saying
up.
Hello.
Rook and I have been talking for a month now about we need to get back to a cups, and every time we think about it, it's the day after the meeting.
We miss y'all. We'll be more intentional with our planning.
Yeah, we need to be.
We do miss you all. A lot. Love you.
I think there's enough group work to group up sometimes, but I don't think there's enough consistency among paganism in general to have a temple and do a full thing. I think Jim and I, that's a great way to say it. It's really, so many of us practice solitary, and then even when we do practice together, that's not the only part of the practice. So there's never going to be, in my opinion, a weekly church. Like we go on Saturdays or Thursdays or stuff like that. There's social gatherings and things like that, and I like doing our turn of the wheels with groups, but
and I could see it as environmental stuff, like advocacy stuff.
But never like a Christian style church.
Yeah, but like meeting together for social, environmental things, crafting, things like that. So maybe like meetups, but in a little bit different sense. Negative attention was what I called the secret. Yeah, no doubt. I can see that for sure. Solitary nature is my temple. Yeah, that's kind of the way kind of the way it's been for a lot of people. All right. So
this thing hitting against the wall is part of it, and then that howling, he's just shaking like a leaf.
Segment number 1.
I hate it.
Can witches fly?
Bobby.
Can witches fly? Can witches fly high? What do you think?
higher than an eagle.
So,
You are the wind beneath my wings.
historically, stories of flying witches appear across Europe
Look at him.
during the medieval and early modern periods. You need to go to the back, Bubby. Go to the back.
So bad.
Well, you're holding him.
Yeah.
Do you want some trazodone, Porter?
No.
Oh, really?
He'll shake so hard he'll start panting because he overheats.
Oh, there we go. Sacred Journey Fellowship. That's the name of the church. It's Garland, Texas. Oh.
Yeah. There's a couple. I would love to go check one out. I would love to go to coffee hours with people. Like, we have cups. We haven't been participating much, but we are members of the UU church, and we are members of cups. We pay our yearly dues, and we do some stuff with them. And I like doing that stuff with them, but I can't see it. It's just not consistent for most people. Because paganism is something to me that just really lends itself to daily practice and daily things and learning for groups and socializing. Like, our church is when we go out to the kava place with 5 other people and have conversations about stuff. That's the church, the growth, the whole idea. But back to your comment, I'm going to say Gemini Rain is exactly what I would say. I believe we fly through astral projection, and that's what it's talking about. I think of the Maenads of Dionysus, who just, dance with ecstasy in the woods and seem like they've gone psych and lost their minds, when in true reality, they're just completely letting loose with no things holding them back. And that is flying. I don't believe flapping like wings we can fly, but I bet you, actually, take that back. I have experienced the ability to visualize things that I shouldn't be able to visualize by flying in astral projection and being accurate about what I see. So I believe that's how we fly. I love that. Flying ointment. There's a lot of stories about flying ointment too. I like that name, Magic Noir. There's some stories that flying ointment was really basically a hallucinogen. That was made in a certain way that made people hallucinate. I believe that there is a very close connection between what people consider as hallucinations and drug-induced situations, which are really gateways for humans to being able to get into that state easily.
Yeah, and that's what it references back. So these flying ointments could contain things like belladonna,
Amanita,
henbane, I don't know what that is, and mandrake. Powerful, in some cases toxic.
We have all 3 of those.
Could induce vivid vision, sensations of flight, and out-of-body experiences. So, and the broomstick itself may have symbolized more than household life. It may have been a ritual tool that represented transition, movement, and crossing of thresholds. So physically fly? No. That is true, but
are you sure?
Astral projection and trance-like states for sure.
Are you sure? We might not be able to physically fly in the way that our minds physically, that we see like a plane flying, but in another world, in many universal theories, we can. There's another me flying right now in another universe that I can tap into because all possibilities occur at once.
We were talking about our first topic, Hootless. Can witches fly?
That's okay. Gemini, absolutely 0 doubts about your statement there. I don't have any doubts. And this is one of the things that, like, I try to be very calm about with God and Christianity is, when people are actively passing and they see God, I think we all see what our version of that God is. And then I think when we come together, we all see what I think is the universal source. And when people are actively passing, same. We've been around it. I know Rook and I both from our work as nurses. And it's something. It really is something to experience. And I think people leave their bodies sometimes weeks before those final moments when the body is out. And I think part of that's our soul contract. If you really like that kind of discussion, the Journey of Souls is a great book to start with on that kind of conversation. It's very interesting. You might actually like that, Gemini, if you haven't heard of it. Journey of Souls by Michael Newton, I think.
Yeah, it was, Hootless, that was the kind of the way the question was posed. Can witches fly? Yeah, like physically fly, and so what we've kind of agreed on, and the research is like, well, it's like in a high or trance like state, um, which I still now I'm lost as how that ties to flying, but I had it. So trance, astral travel, in those kind of ways, I think we can fly.
Yeah, that's how it ties. When you are able to actively and successfully astral travel, the belief is that you can access information that your mind doesn't have access to. So the universal access, the universal energy of all things.
And I think Gemini. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So to access that information, we astrally travel and we go into another area where we can fly and we can see things that we wouldn't otherwise know because we are connected to whether it's the Akashic record or the universal source or whatever it is. We use that universal collective to access information we wouldn't otherwise see. So when we fly in our dreams, the things that we see are, in my opinion, very real, even if coded symbolically. And Gemini did not squirrel us out because
no, she didn't.
That actively transitioning, I think, is some evidence of people not necessarily flying, but traveling before that moment.
Oh, I really agree with her.
Very much so.
Her point in that. Brian Weiss, he writes for us.
Yeah, so I've never read anything by Brian Weiss, but I absolutely have seen lots of interviews. I just like how he talks. Like, he gets so nerdy excited about certain things. I'll show you some of his videos today. They're really good. Like, I watch him a lot. I don't know if he has his own YouTube channel or not, but I know he's on a lot of other YouTube channels. And he is absolutely really, really believable and develops trust because of that academic credibility. I don't know if he's an astrophysicist, but there's about 3 or 4 Brians. Lovely name. We're all about the same age too. All of us are between 35 and 50. Very popular name. Another really fun one to watch is oh god, I can't remember his last name now. But anyway, so you can find interviews for him. Psychiatrist. It's Brian Cox is the astrophysicist. That's right.
Yeah, baby. Hey guys.
Iris.
Iris, leave her alone. She just loving you.
Iris was just sleeping.
Come on, baby.
Goes to walks up and bites her in the nose.
Come on, baby. It's okay.
Little evil waffle. Yeah, Brian Cox is the astrophysicist that what is she doing? Just walking.
Piper keeps going up to her. I don't know why she's Iris.
Iris, do what you got to do, baby.
Come to the couch. Why don't you come here, Iris?
So
you're distracting me.
Finn. Oh, Lord of mercy. I like flying. I think we can all fly. I think we can all fly. If I'm not, I was just looking him up to see some of. Yeah, I've not read books. Yeah, this is the guy. Yeah, he was on the Oprah show. One of his recommended reads too. As much as I don't know how I feel about Oprah, she has some good recommendations. Mel Robbins is one of my favorites. I love Mel Robbins. What's next?
Oh, and the next, you brought this up when you opened our tarot stream last night. The tarot cards, do they guide us? It's often misunderstood as a tool of prediction, but at its heart, tarot is a mirror. It reflects not a fixed future, but the energies, patterns, and possibilities surrounding us and within us. Kind of, I think you asked that question last night, like, what does tarot, mean to you? So, what do you think of tarot as?
I generally talk about this too. When I do tarot, especially longer reads, because I like people to understand kind of what my thought process is on tarot, because I don't believe it as a fortune-telling thing. I believe that it is the universe using me, who understands and reads tarot, by my connection, to pull out cards that you need to figure out what your next step is, or what energies to bring in, or what thought processes to bring in, or what you might need to maybe consider that you wouldn't otherwise consider. So it's almost like every card is its own hanged man of systems and processes. I'm sure that could have waited.
I'm just making sure because this is someone I haven't heard from in a long time. I just want to make sure they're not stuck on the side of the road or something.
You wouldn't do that for me. You would have just ignored the phone call.
No, I would not.
If it was a number you didn't recognize, absolutely would have. Hope I don't ever have to call from a payphone if there is one.
I'm at a payphone trying to call home. All of my change I spent on you.
Nope, I agree, Gemini. In a way, they can tell the future, but the only way they're going to tell the future is if you listen and agree with the path. If a person you're reading listens and agrees with the path, it kind of will move you forward towards that path. And that's one of the things that I think tarot readers need to be very careful about. When you share things, it can cause a change.
Same, Hootless.
Like if I read a Ten of Swords and say something is going to come crashing down, it's only meaningful to the person I'm reading. You have to interpret it, what that thing is and what it is, and that's going to potentially change your behavior. So tarot readers have to be very careful and thoughtful about how we interact and the way we say things, because it's very important. And I think there's some tarot readers that are like, it doesn't mean that. That's not what that card means. I'm like, having done tarot for a very long time and really kind of knowing the traditional meanings, I've learned that with our connection, we don't even need tarot cards to do a reading. It's all about being human and being connected. And a lot of people talk about, well, tarot is just cold reading. Like, it's not cold reading, it's hot reading. Like, we're reading your reactions. When I'm pulling a card, yeah, it helps to see your face and how you're reacting to what I'm saying, if I'm on the right track, because that's meaningful to you. That's the connection, because we're connected with or without the cards. The cards just give us a symbol or a picture or a tool to kind of build upon the discussion. At least that's how I see them. I inhaled part of this chocolate.
And so I think this is, for me anyway, it definitely helps me look inside and see what I may be avoiding. What are our blocks, opportunities for growth, reconnect. So it doesn't tell me what will happen, but helps me understand what could happen depending on the path, the way we go. I think it tells us things we already know. It reminds us is how I think of it.
Partially.
Diamond.
I think it tells us some things that we don't know too.
Spiritual development, yes. Agreed. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome in, Diamonds.
Diamond Vargo. I can't read. Sorry.
Damon. Not Diamond.
I can't. I'm sorry. My
Damon's
Varog 671
or
676.
Damon Sverog.
Welcome.
Hula says, see, you're fascinated by tarot but can't internalize the nuances. Here's a key thing for me with tarot and any cards. I'm not bothered by the nuances. I don't pay attention to the nuances of an individual card. I let it build whatever comes to mind, whatever my thoughts are saying about it as it goes, it just comes. And when you let go of the need to read a card, that's when you can read a card.
Yeah.
There's a traditional meaning for that. I use the Ten of Swords because it's a very common one. It's an absolute representation of failure. The Ten of Swords comes up. That's what it means. It means, this thing is going to fail. You'd be surprised how left-brained I am, by the way. But you have this feeling of failure, and then you just have the conversation. You have this meaning of, okay, so what could be failing in this life? What is my brain pulling from it? And that nuance just comes. I know Rook knows this, but I'm extremely left-brained. I have a hard time with pretty much anything right-brained. Tarot is the one thing that I think I've really used to bridge that gap. Excuse me.
That is cool. I'm Gemini Ray.
I bet you could.
Oracle deck. Oracle decks are really cool. I like Oracle decks because to me, you really can. I think they're all crafted with a certain energy and purpose, and you really can tune into that with an Oracle deck. For sure. Nice. They were looking. Maybe they wanted you to give them a reading, and they didn't know how to ask. They were probably too shy to ask you.
Yeah, I love the idea, Damon, too, about introspection as powerful and critical tool of spiritual development. Absolutely. Being able to look and say, I feel really confident in this area, but I still can grow. But actively actually going back in and saying, huh, what can I do with this? So, it's huge.
Now, so they gave I found just some ideas for just to practice and try to pull one card today and ask, what energy should I be more mindful of this week? Sit with that, journal about it, and let it speak over time. Sometimes, it's good to do. You can even do that on a daily basis if you like. Just connect to the card and do that. Call that a mini practice.
If you want to learn tarot, a really great way to do it is put the tarot cards in order and just take a card a day and think about it. What does it look like? What's in the picture? What's in the image? What do you feel? A good tarot deck will elicit that imagery for you to give you a feeling.
Oh, they did by the end of the day. That's so cool. Cool deal.
I love Oracle too. It's very different.
It's hard. I like Hootless. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I don't feel like I'm grasping everything about tarot, and I feel like I want to learn it and be clinical about it.
Because you're too worried about what it means. What does the card mean? What does the card mean? I don't know what the card means. You just
seems like I do better when I just go with it and pull cards.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're not ready for tarot, but I'm gonna pull the card. The Queen of Pentacles.
Then we're gonna talk about the moon.
I just want you guys to look at this card real quick. We're not ready for tarot, so we're not taking names
yet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change it over. All right, we're gonna
This is the Lightseers Tarot, and it is a very, very good beginner tarot deck.
It's the Queen of whom? Pentacles? Pentacles?
I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is one of the most beautiful Queen of Pentacles. What feeling do you get from this card? You can see how her face is.
She just looks like she's unbothered to me. Like she's secure. She's confident. She's knowing. Her eyes are closed. She's not worried about danger.
She's absolutely satisfied. She is satisfied with herself.
She don't need no man.
So you think about Pentacles, or the thing about Pentacles is they are Earth aligned, and Earth is very left-brained. Earth is very stable. It is very secure. Earth likes fine things. But her face to me, I am in control, but I don't have to be in control.
Bitches ain't shit, and
This is a woman who is completely comfortable with herself and everything around her. The forest will bend to her knee if she tells it to, but she doesn't because she knows she doesn't need to. So when I pull the Queen of Pentacles, which court cards, queens, kings, pages, and knights, they all represent people to me. So I always will feel either you or somebody in your life really is in control and working through something. Now I need more cards to get more information because this could go one of two ways. Either you need to bring in the energy of the Queen and stop being worried about things. Stop being worried about what other people can and can't do, what you can and can't control, and just start being happy and able to control yourself. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of the fine things that you have, whether they're small or big, little baubles. And hang on to the things that keep you together. Hang on to the things that make you satisfied. That's her pentacle she's holding on right there, that disc. But she is absolutely unbothered. The next card that I pull would decide whether this is you needing to pull in the queen energy, or are you being a queen, or is there a queen near you that you need to work with? Those are not traditional meanings of the card. That's literally just looking at the card imagery and kind of feeling what does it feel like to you. And I think that is a way better way to read than learning every meaning of a card, because I did that. I learned intuitional tarot first. And then I learned tarot traditional meanings, and then I'm back to interpretive because it feels right. And I go back to me, tarots are a tool. Tarot is just the image that I can use to build upon the connection that I have to the person or the thing that I'm reading to get what I need to get. Because it's not about me, it's about the person. I don't think about anything astrologically. I don't think about anything really outside of just being connected. I literally, and I've shared this before, I picture the easiest image I can get is there's this big disco ball, And every mirror is a soul on the disco ball, and it's full of the energy source, like a big sun. And I have my own little disco mirror, and I send a little energy beam up to my little mirror, and it goes through the whole disco ball and finds your mirror that I'm reading, and it sends a little beam of energy to you from your little disco ball mirror. We're connected. The tarot card I pull is only interpretable through that connection. So the traditional meaning just doesn't matter to the card. It doesn't matter. Because the card's going to read whatever it needs to read for that moment at that time. There is a lot of really good symbolism in the cards, and that is a very left brain question to ask too.
Stinker.
Because if you're like me, when I first started reading, I wanted to know the meanings. I wanted to rote learn them. I needed to know that the Queen of Pentacles meant joy and finer things in life. But then that gave me nothing in a read. Like, I couldn't read with that. Like, oh, you enjoy the finer things in life. Well, what the fuck does that mean? You know what I mean? So having all these different systems to try to worry about, I'm like, you know what? Cool if you can learn them. It's neat to layer that on as you do tarot, but don't start with that. Start with a deck that has imagery that you find beautiful and that is descriptive, that you can feel. Me too, Hootless. School in the 90s, 80s, and 90s, that's what you did. It was all about memorization. I got so lucky in high school to have teachers that really pushed critical thinking, because that was not common. But I'm always about memorizing, and I suck at it now. I can't do it.
I definitely have pulled cards I didn't want to tell the person about, and then, like, for a couple seconds, then I'm like, no, just read it out. What is the energy coming through? But definitely initially, it's like, oh, what does this mean?
I did in the beginning.
And then I have to just think for a minute and see. This is a stinker. Watch her.
I know what you want.
She didn't do it. She usually is pawing at me as soon as I stop.
Look at that big Frito paw.
She's a baby.
Yeah.
She's not pawing at me.
I have pulled cards that I don't want to tell the person about. When I was in the beginning, but not now. There's I don't know who said it, but there was a tarot book that I've read, and I've read a lot of tarot books, which are also very fascinating, by the way. If you get a tarot book that doesn't go through the meanings, or when you buy tarot, read the story of the tarot, not the actual meanings, just the stories in the front of the books. They're amazing. I don't read the book meanings of tarot. I just don't. Oracle, I do.
Definitely do it with oracles.
Because I feel like Oracle is connected to the creator more than anything, and tarot is more of a universal tool. One of the things I read and it just stuck with me is you don't have to be fake nice on a tarot read. You have to be honest with what you see and feel, but you also, again, have to remember your responsibility is that what you say and do to somebody who also believes in tarot will affect their actions and how they do stuff. We recognize that when I pull cards for you guys, or Rook pulls cards, that it could change your behavior. And it's very important for us to be honest about what we see, but also say it in a way that lets them still have a decision to make, right? We can't tell them what they should or shouldn't do. So you'll hear me a lot saying tarot reads like my advice is, or what I think the cards are saying are, or is. And I don't say that you should go do something. You should consider these two opportunities and decide which one it is, or you need to take another perspective, another look at things before you make a decision. I can't tell you that you should or shouldn't do something with tarot, because you have to have your own free will based on information. I will always tell people things that I see in the tarot, but even negative things to me are positive in a way, because it helps us make better decisions. So I can talk about tarot for months. We could go on and go on. So one of the things that we've been practicing is a little bit of filler content and conversation, like about the weather and the dogs, for just a moment, to make sure that any delays are managed if people have questions. Remember? So before we go on to the moon next, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about the moon. We'll pause just a second to see if the chat has to catch up. This delay is only like 10 seconds on here, but it got really long the other day.
Last night it was like a minute.
Yeah.
Like probably 30 seconds or 20 seconds.
Because we're using wireless and not wired connections, but it was really bad last time. All right, I think we're good.
All right.
Let's talk about
The
Le Moon.
next topic.
Le Luna.
Is the moon our home? Look up tonight, and you'll see the same moon your ancestors saw. Across cultures and traditions, the moon has always been a sacred companion. In witchcraft and paganism, it represents cycles, intuition, emotion, and transformation. Why are we so tied to it? Because we are cyclical beings living in a cyclical world. The moon mirrors the tides of the ocean, the rhythms of the body, the waxing and waning of energy and tension, and life itself. So the phases, you know the phases. What are the phases of the moon? There's
Before we get to that, Fruitless, that is a funny dream because I know we texted or chatted a little bit in Discord, but we did do a late night tarot stream yesterday from our kitchen. Not this room, our witch room, but from our little breakfast kitchen.
New dining room chairs you bought.
That's hilarious.
We need to get new bar stools. Yeah, actually. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, and Gemini, that's a hard thing to think of. But you know, when people share stuff like that, I see it less as tarot, and that's more of a psychic connection that I don't necessarily have developed very well, because I know I've gone to psychics and had different things that have definitely come true, and I know you have too. But moons, I love the Luna. We talk about it all the time.
That's really raw.
It is. It's very difficult.
Sorry,
where's the moon right now? We should be on. I think we're in waning moon, aren't we? Waning crescent, yes. So we're getting tiny. We're heading towards the new moon in 5 days. So we're gonna start talking with the new moon.
This energy of the last full moon was freaking crazy. The last two, very intense energy going around it.
So as we head towards a new moon, or a dark moon, I think is a really cool time to think about new beginnings. This is traditional stuff too. You'll find this by Googling it. New beginnings. Something is going to start out of nothing. So if you think of it, when the moon is completely dark, it's really dark outside, right? And the idea is that in this darkness is where things become. It's where new ideas are formed. In the vacuum of things, when there's no ability to see, you have to create something. You have to start working towards the creation of something. So it's a really good time for new beginnings, setting your intention. This is what I want to do. This is how I want to go. And for me, moon cycles for new full quarters, they're really to me, day before, day after, or maybe even a little bit more than that sometimes. 2 days before, 2 days after, you can kind of gather that energy. But I love new moon energy. It's a great reflective time. Sitting outside during a new moon can be a little disconcerting for a lot of people, a little nerve-wracking because you can't see. And doing it without light is even more nerve-wracking. But I can tell you, if you have a safe space to do it, like our back deck that's covered and screened, if you go out and sit outside and just relax under a new moon and think of, what is it that I want to work on? What is it I want to do next? What is my next step? What do I want to really work on myself or others? It's a really nice way to set intention. And then you go right into the waxing moon after the new moon phase, which waxing, I think of it like building up wax on something. It gets bigger and bigger. You have the waxing crescent, which is crescent-shaped moon, and then waxing gibbous. Think of gibbous as protuberant or pregnant. Gibbous means the moon looks like a belly. Crescent means it's concave. Like a crescent. So as we wax or we grow towards the protuberant moon, these are things our energies build. So what are the steps that I can take over this 14-day part of the cycle that grows the thing, that builds the thing or attracts the thing in? That's your growth section. That's going from new moon to full moon. So that's your waxing phase. Your crescent waxing is just getting things sparked off and started. Your gibbous waxing is things are coming together, things are getting really big, it's about to get really powerful, it's building, it's snowballing. And then you get to full moon, which is the moon's full illumination. This is that energy of everything is huge, lots of power, manifestation, whatever it was you were trying to grow or intend is in full force. It's out there, things are clear. My favorite thing to talk about with a full moon is contrast, because I believe that you have to be able to see things in full sunlight. You have to be able to see things in full moonlight to get a full perspective of things. You will see the same landscape very differently under full moon than you do under full sun. So now that you're at the full moon, this is the energy that we do is very heightened, very excessive, very big. It's bombastic. It's fireworks of things. Things are amazing and huge and great and super energetic. And then you go into what we call the waning. So the 14 days from new moon to full moon is waxing, and the 14 days from full moon back to new moon is waning. We start with the waning gibbous moon, and waning gibbous is, again, the moon looks pregnant, but it's getting smaller and smaller. So the big energy has expended, and we want to draw things down. We want to pull things back in and release things out, and just let things kind of draw down. And we want to let go. We want to have things go towards a reset and reduce. And then you go into your crescent, waning crescent phase, which is the last little bit of energy cycles where things go down. Before I talk about Hootless's questions, I want to compare the moon phases to the sun so that it can be a little bit more helpful for people. Now, the one thing you have to recognize is that this is actually reversed. Don't worry about it. Just let it be. Just know that these things can be reversed and they're symbols. So some people will say that the new moon is really the heighten of the sky versus them, but I use the sun a little bit differently, and then I want to share it in the same way of directions. So if you think of the new moon as midnight, darkness, closure, and you think of the full moon as bright sun, full vision, full on illumination, then you can kind of think of, as you go from the new moon or midnight to the full moon or midday, that's the symbolism. We dawn things grow, they get brighter, they get bigger. So that's dawning, right? And then sunsetting would be going from the midday back to midnight, right? So that is the waning moon, going from full moon to new moon or dark moon. That's the waning section where things draw down. That's the drawdown part of the day, right? Afternoon, things go slow. They start slowing down, they start quieting, and then you go to sleep. It's the same thing with the elements and the direction. So the direction of north is generally the element of earth. These are when things are barren and empty. This would be winter or the north. Winter, north, new moon go together, and midnight. And then if you think of it as a clock, your eastern section, which is right smack in the middle as we're waning or waxing. Well, let me do east first. Let me do it right order. So when you go from new moon to full moon, that would be going from north to south. Between north and south in the clockwise direction is actually east. That's why I'd say it gets confusing for people because it's reversed. East is associated with the dawn, which would also be associated with the waxing moon at the first quarter, which is really the first half, but we won't even talk about that. So in your first quarter, as things are waxing, think of it as dawn, right? Think of it as the east. Think of it as sun rises in the east, dawn. These are all these things growing up. And it kind of goes up and it gets to kind of go towards that pace. When we hit midday, that is fire, right? So that's associated with the south, blazing fire, full-on sun, full-on energy, full moon. All those things kind of go together. And as we move from south to west, directionally, we are in the waning crescent. So this would be the mid-afternoon, 6 p.m., the early evening, the twilight, like laminar time, 6 p.m.
Oh, I love that time. Oh.
You're talking about the waning crescent at the quarter, well, really waning quarter moon.
Love it.
This is the time that's associated with the West. Have you ever heard that the West is associated with your ancestors?
Yeah.
So the West is associated with ancestors because they walk off Summerland in the West. They leave in the West. Well, West is also sunsetting. Well,
Water.
when life sunsets. The sun sets in the West, right? And the life is sunsetting, and the life is the emotions. That's why your ancestors are associated with the West, which is also water, the emotional part of things. And life slows down, and that's the fall. I forgot to mention that earlier, that the summer is the sun, obviously. The fall, you can think of fall as the quarter moon, waning quarter moon. You can think of the fall as the liminal time between the fire and the earth, so water. the ancestor space, and kind of that whole falling down thing. So all of these things kind of correspond together. So if you can get that together and you can see that all these little interpretations come together of why things happen the way they do. I like to think of the most as the dawn is the east, which is the waxing moon, and sun setting or things slowing down in the west is the sun downing, which is the waning moon. And I kind of go back and forth like that.
Lord Kelvin, good morning. I'm sorry I didn't want to interrupt, but the past 5 minutes, there have been the most delicious soft breezes coming through here. It just kind of like took me away. I appreciate that, like rain, but like the light breeze. There's something about it. I feel like it's just like spirit or something. It's really cool.
So I want to go back to Hootless about planets having phases. They do. I don't know much about it. But a lot of them are symbolic and they're over a much larger time. We talk about, and I know you've heard Mercury in retrograde. If you don't know, and you probably do know this, Hootless, but retrograde is not actually a true thing. The planet never moves backwards, but the way that it loops in its cycle causes it to appear to be moving backwards, which causes life to appear to feel backwards. That's that association of why when certain things are in retrograde, especially Mercury, which is a very hyper energy. When it's in retrograde, it affects us supposedly because it's mirroring to us that life feels backwards sometimes, and we feel that energy and we work on that energy, and it kind of pulls us sideways. But yes, they do. I don't really pay much attention to it. I'm not as versed in that as I would love to be, but you know,
I just want to say thank
Jack
you.
of all trade, master of none.
Kelvin and Paranormal both, they have been like hanging out with us. I just was thinking about for years. Like thinking about
very many years,
3 and 4 years. I just want to thank you guys for spending time with us that long.
I agree.
And you come in and share your thoughts and energy. I'm sorry I didn't want to interrupt, but that just literally came to me when Kevin came in there, and I just wanted to say thank you for that.
I love that.
I love that shared connection.
Dragon, I've actually never heard the phrase of active and inactive solar cycles. Would love to learn some about that. That's not familiar to me. And one thing I just want to say about the moon and all of these correspondences that we talk about, as people learn more science, they start to feel like they have to believe less in these things. I see them as these symbols of things to mirror our lives so that we can learn and engage from them. I don't necessarily feel that they totally affect how we behave, although they do because of how we interact with them. It's not the direct cause of that planet or that thing doing it. It is for me, the planetary locations, the moon phases, all these connections and correspondences are representations of how humans can use the universe to do things. There's this intimate connection between all these things that I think matters more than the moon means that we did something. So phases to me don't have anything to do. Well, they do, but Hootless, like the phases.
Excuse me, I gotta switch my neck.
I think the phases have meaning, but I don't think they have objective meaning that they cause you to do a thing. Does that make sense? It's not a causality. It's a hey. For example, let me just think of a good example. The one that you have, like moon in Taurus, those do have meanings. When the moon is in Taurus, it represents a time when, in the world's universal history, experienced a thing, and it's like a little time warp that says when the history thing happened, the universe is time oriented or not, depending on how you look at it, and that energy exists, and we use it as connections to the universe as part of the system. The best way I can explain it, because that doesn't make any sense. The best way that I can explain it for myself is the universe is mathematic and it is mental. The Fibonacci sequence is real and it's repeated everywhere. There are symbols and patterns throughout all of the universe. Maybe it is a simulation, maybe it's not. But these things like the moon in Taurus, or my sun sign, my rising sign being Virgo, is a timestamp of a thing that has an energy reading. It's like a floppy disk that you can go back to and see and then experience again. It's so weird. I really don't know how else to explain it in my head because it's all jumbled up there, but it makes sense to me.
Makes sense. And I want to say thank you
Something burned.
to Dragon and Mystic Manny if he's in here, and Furry Rage, and I think there was somebody else. Oh, and Her Own Witch who was here earlier, for being in real life friends for so long too. Yeah. We miss Dragon and Manny a lot. They used to live here in Florida.
They left us after we came.
But they left probably both a couple of years ago now. And it's your energy is
There's a
missed.
twinge of jealousy in that too. There's jealousy in there.
Your energy is missed. But thank you all four for being such good friends and magical people in your life. That's important, you know, community and connection is so important, I think. And Furry is sleeping, but I'll pass it along. Oh, thank you. You know, like the moon, it just makes me think, is it home? I think it feels a strong connection because the moon is so constant in our changing world. I think we feel connected to it. That's how I think.
I do too. I feel like the moon is one of those things that is like, it is the ultimate connector. My disco ball in the sky looks like the moon. And the reason it does for me is because, this is so, if you've ever seen an American Tail, is it American Tail? Fievel?
I think that's American Tail.
Somewhere Out There, the song.
Cats in America. Is that the right one or wrong one?
I have no idea.
That
But
might be a wrong one.
Somewhere Out There, the song.
Yeah.
Beneath the pale moonlight.
Someone's thinking of me and needing me tonight.
Yes, that one. You sound like Hecklefish for some reason. I love Hecklefish. The Y-Files are amazing.
And so is Annie Elise. I'm totally addicted to Annie Elise.
We can talk about that directly.
10 years to life. Okay.
But now I don't know what I was going to say.
Oh, sorry. American Tail.
Oh, yeah. So, you know, the side of the moon that we see is the side of the moon that we've always seen historically in the life of humans. So when I look up at that moon and we think about ancestors, I just think about, if any one of the ancestors in my line that I don't know were not there, I would not exist. And somewhere along that line, back to caveman days, there's an ancestor that a lot of us, if not all of us, share. Well, unless you have the alien theory, which I do kind of believe sometimes. Whatever the case is, historically, no matter how far back, somebody in my family, in my lineage, looked up and saw the moon the same way that I saw it. And that to me is the ultimate feeling of connection, of timelessness, of just insanity beyond that things exist beyond. And the streets are paved with cheese. The American Tail. Oh, I want to go watch that now.
Hypnotizing. Send me with your laser. Send me with your power. You're an alien. Sorry. Yes. Or when you said you kind of think of the alien.
Yeah. The American Tail, I'd like to see that again.
Oh, yeah. And Priscilla Queen of the Desert, by the way, we're supposed to be watching.
Yeah, we'll watch it. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on that. That's very much.
Oh, this is a good question. What phase of life are you in right now? Waxing, full, or waning?
I am still in, I think, full. And I think waxing full, waxing towards full, like in that phase. I mean, at my age, people, I'm over middle age. Like, you know, I've probably lived more than half my life. And most people think that, you know, you should be in sunsetting right then, right? I don't feel that. I want to be in the full stage up until I die. Because but I believe the cycle is more than this life, though, too. So it makes sense. Like, my energy is in full, even if my body were to start being in decline, which it is. All of us in this chat, our bodies are in decline. There's nobody in here, I don't think, judging by what I know a little bit about everybody, that's not at the phase of life, because it starts in your 20s, where things don't continue to get better. They start to shorten.
That's why you have Botox.
And that doesn't change anything. And so when we look at that and we think of our bodies being in a phase, separate it from your mind. My body can be in a different phase than my mind. And my mind is definitely in a waxing and full space.
I feel like I'm always in a waxing mode, and sometimes I could learn how to turn, like, focus that a little bit better. and right now I feel like I totally am also in the full phase for me comes from being grateful for things, like not always wanting for things like in the 20s and 30s and even early 40s. I feel like there was always, even recently, like, the house and the motorhome, which I still want, but I don't feel like I'm so hyper focused on those things. I'm more in a full phase of gratitude. It's kind of where I feel. Even though that's not necessarily the definition they give, but I think our lives do wax and ebb, but definitely I'm constantly waxing, and I'm also in a mood right now. Gratitude.
Hootless, I'm with you. I will say this though, I definitely feel less intelligent. I feel slower processing, but I feel like I have so much more wisdom and joy. I feel like all of the things that were so important to learn have kind of fallen off. I mean, I am doing a lot of stuff right now to try to improve my memory. Like I'm actually taking a little class and doing readings about memory and how to do things differently, but absolutely not as intelligent as I was, but I feel that things are in such a better space as far as my soul. I think my soul is still more intelligent than it's ever been. There's something back there, and I want to talk about something before we close. So.
And Hootless, to me, just the way in writing you communicate, you come off to me very smart, very intelligent. I'm like, oh my God, probably if we were to chat, you'd probably be talking way over my head, but I think I could learn a lot from you and this stuff.
Yeah, which we have to actually set like a weekend to like hang out. We'll come up
just for a couple of hours and kratom and cava it up. Just chat. Cava. I'm from New York. I don't know I'm from Texas. I would never want to go to New York.
New York City.
I don't have the patience. All those people and fast pace just make me nervous. If I went, I would have to go directly to a Broadway show and then hightail my ass back on to the farm.
We recorded our first encyclopedia thing. It was so much fun. So we're excited to do that. I'm gonna do some editing when we're done here today.
We got to do it. Maybe next weekend. We'll see what's up.
We should try for next weekend or the weekend after.
We can
we'll come up somewhere up there. Kava culture is always an easy space.
Whores.
Because they're always around.
Sluts. Oh, I shouldn't be saying that probably like that.
Not on here. I wouldn't.
Not. Sorry. Just kidding. Love it. Mean it.
I love North Fort Myers.
I love the Reefer Beach.
We actually have not talked about that, but Jim and I, what's interesting, in my notes, that's on my list to talk to Rook about today.
We should do a meet and greet.
Having a meet and greet, yep.
Or nice otherwise.
Yep.
We should just meet up. Like for a couple
of
a day or something. Yep. That'd be nice.
I know there's 4 people that 2 of them don't come in here ever that I think are interested, but I think they wake up at like 11 o'clock on the weekends.
Ziggy.
Oh no, Ziggy in a heartbeat, but Ziggy's in Wisconsin.
Which he tells me we would never want to go.
We're never going to Wisconsin. No offense.
No offense to Dragon, but I think I would freeze.
I told her too. I was like, my 10 seconds, and I couldn't. My fingers.
I think I would literally die. I would literally die.
And it wasn't even that cold, according to them. Although she did say it was an excessively cold day.
I love Texas.
But yes, we do and are going to talk today about some more of our planning. I know we keep saying we're going to do all this stuff, and it kind of feels like maybe we're not. But we are doing it. We have done lots of videos. We've done lots of editing. We're really pulling things together. We've got new tools to do things with. I can't even see that, but
the encyclopedia one's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're really that was so much fun.
And I'm working on I want to start doing some interviews with these awesome people. Don't go too far. Like this guy's one of them. I want to interview him about his practice unexplained. I'm working on who's agreed. There's some other people I want to ask. Some people in here like Dragon and Manny that I want to do interviews with about your practice. So that's really exciting. And for interviews, each one is so different. I was having this whole prepared type style where it's like, let me work up the questions. I'll send them to you to look at and approve before. And everybody I've said that to is like, no, don't do it. That's inorganic. Just I agree. Let's just do it. So like, I've got some things I want to get in the mood for each interview. So
who is that?
Thank you. Which one? Oh, Be Kind Witch. It originally was gonna be called Be Kind Bitch, but I found that probably would not be good to have something called Be Kind Bitch on YouTube. That was a big punch, and I was worried about changing it to Be Kind which would it take
But
some of
I
that
think
away, but
people
I
get
don't
it.
think it
I think people know that's what it was.
I think
That's
they
what it
know.
is. Yeah.
And I think it actually is a little bit more, a little bit more true to witchiness. Be kind, witch. So thank you.
Yeah, I think
I'm
they're
working
fun.
on it. It was. Yeah.
That was your first edit.
That was the first ever. So
we'll keep working on it. We're not videographers. We're not directors.
I'm not a professional, but we'll have fun with it. It was fun. So thank you.
Liz, tell me a little bit more about John Razimus. I'm not familiar with that
Hooty
name.
hoo! You have to say hooty hoo every time
Or
you say
Razimus.
Okay. I use Bish.
YOLO. Hello. Welcome back.
Oh, sweet. Bish. I like that. Gemini Rain. Hey, YOLO.
Swish, swish,
Hooty-hoo.
bish.
Another one in the basket.
I was going to say another one in the pocket.
Another one in the casket.
Another one in the pocket.
Bum, bum, bum,
All right. So I want to share something before we kind of go into our next phase. And it is in our Discord.
Hey,
so I'm going to make sure I'm going to share the Discord again real quick. Just, if you guys want to check it out. In the Discord, I just shared something in the Psych and Shadow section. I really think you guys will enjoy it for some of you. I watched it this morning while I was taking a shower. I like to listen to these kind of things. And it's called 3 Habits to Make Your Brain Happy. And at first it sounds like, oh, it's love and lady. It's I don't know. But it was very, very, very helpful. And it goes off the premise of all the current research into the brain says that happiness is a skill that you can actually hone and grow. And I believe that because I was not always a happy person. And there's been a lot of times where, we say we can choose happiness, and then people are like, oh, but you don't know depression. And that's true. There's other reasons and things that can make it difficult. But I do think that this can be very helpful for some of you. So I'd recommend you watch that video. It's in the Psych and Shadow section of the Discord. And it talks about, there's a couple of phrasings. He says, and you'll hear this in the video, the neurons that fire together, wire together. As we know, neuroplasticity is a thing. So as you learn new things, your brain actually changes its physical shape and rewires connections and moves things and really set that up. So that's important, right? So if you have a lot of negative thoughts and things, those habits repeat themselves because your brain wires that way. So these things are to try to rewire that. The first thing is when you hear negative thoughts in your head, just say stop and replace it with a direct observation. So if you're in your head like, why am I so stupid? Or this thing looks so just ridiculous, or that is so ugly, or that person is this, or you're judging, whatever, you say stop in your head, just stop. That cup is orange. The ceiling looks rough. It feels cold in this room. 3 just observations. And what that's supposed to do is help break the thought cycle. Because when we say things or we learn things or do things, your brain holds on to negative things better and records them better because it's a safety mechanism. So we want to replace those things with things that are not negative. It doesn't even have to be positive. It just has to be not negative. So an observation. Then deliberate savoring. When something good happens, you need to spend an additional 30 seconds on savoring the goodness of that thing because your brain doesn't record it. Your brain doesn't record it because it's not going to help you from a safety perspective because it's not negative. Negative things protect you from safety. So if it just the sun feels really warm on your skin, you're like, oh, that feels really good. For 30 seconds, everything else gets tuned out. It's like, that is amazing. Like you did with the breeze, exact same thing. Oh, this breeze, just savor the and what that does is it forces your brain to record that positive motion. And rewrite your brain neurons and connect the neuron to the bad neuron and start breaking him and connecting him to the nice neuron so that you'll have more happiness. And then intentional play, which is one of the hardest things for me, is actually intentionally doing something without a purpose that feels good. That just doesn't have an intended focus, and make it something that's fun, that you enjoy, and just make sure that you do it. The video does a really, really good job of explaining this, obviously. So those are the 3 takeaways I took in my notes from it. Just wanted to highly recommend you guys check that video out. So it's in the Discord. You should check out the Discord. And it's really, really good. It is so helpful. As I said, listening to it this morning, like, oh my God, I got to share this. And they're really cute animations too. So you should check it out.
Who was talking about John as a paranormal... Something, I think I missed the first part. who said John is a YouTuber, paranormal. That's
Ooh.
really.
We have paranormal research tools. We just don't do it much.
How do you find John?
We love it on YouTube. We'll look him up.
Oh, that's just his name right there, just
no,
John?
sir.
Oh,
jeez.
I missed it.
Hootless, you should try to get John Razimus.
Oh, Razimus.
And then I said, who's John Razimus? And he responded, John is...
I think I blacked out for a second.
I'm going to black you out in a minute. And it'll be for longer than a second. They really believe I hit you, I bet.
I probably do.
I don't.
No, you don't.
Y'all heard it
You
from
don't.
recording.
He does. I'm just kidding.
That's really rude.
That is rude. That's not funny. I do not joke about that stuff.
All right. We're going to look him up. Unexplained. I wonder if Unexplained is ever... we should do Jerry Pritchard.
Yes. Reyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vibe time with Jerry. I really want to start... Tuesday night, I need to tune into her thing. She's a paranormal witch. Paranormal witch. She is really cool. I love her. She's got that Virginia witch energy.
So
Strong.
she's somebody that was a friend of my sister's, and we actually met and went on a witch walk and had a really, really strange and meaningful experience.
God, yeah.
It was crazy. So yeah, we need to add Jerry. Jerry Pritchard Reyes. She's really
that
good.
reminds me. For tarot, I'm putting on my MTG shirt. Yeah. What does she have to lose? I would love that. I seriously have been very impressed with Marjorie Taylor Greene as a public figure. Love late.
I have only been impressed with MTG's. I don't see her as an opportunist anymore.
No.
I think that she is very seriously evil. And she's got a lot of really poor decisions, and I don't like her. But I see something in her that can change.
Yeah.
I see something in her that's thinking, which is something I never would have said 2 years ago.
I'm going to go put my shirt on.
All right, so we can keep talking a little bit, but we are going to open for a tarot. If you guys want to read, we're just going to pull our general cards like we did before. Interestingly, some people will not read the same person this close together. If you had a read last night, but that was a detailed read, we're just going to pull our one card like we normally do. So if you'd like us to pull another card for you today, just let us know. We'll pull it for you. And then we'll get going on that. Yeah, Dragon, there's just too many things that she has done, and I think she still believes about LGBTQIA. And I just I have a problem with it. But there's something about what she's doing now that makes me think that there's something changing in her, and it's authentic. Unlike Gavin Newsom, unfortunately, who I actually liked for a long time, I think he's very inauthentic. I've lost a lot for him, honestly. I'm frustrated with it now. You get my full shirt. There it is. I've lost a little bit of weight. I'm so excited. I got more to lose, but I lost some. 25 pounds. We're all a little strange here. Yeah. Same Hootless. And you know what? I said it last night. I said it on our Apocrypha show many times and many other places. I really have no offense if somebody doesn't like gay people. I'm like, I don't want to be around gay people. It's weird. It's gross. You do butt stuff. Yada, yada. I don't care about any of that. That's all cool. But why would you want to legislate rights away of people making adult decisions together? And the fact is, most people do not agree with transitioning children. And I'm just going to leave it at that, so we're not going to get into that whole conversation. But it's a red herring to me. It is truly a red herring. It just doesn't even really need to be part of all this mess. I'm going to get our charkies going. And let's see. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. I have Hootless Dragon and Gemini. Kelvin. Lord Kelvin. Paranormal. We got you. YOLO. We got you. There's his MTG shirt. I won't wear one, but like I said, I'll repeat for you. I do believe that she has the ability to change, and I do believe she's authentic in her feelings, even if they're wrong. I do not believe Gavin Newsom is authentic.
No.
I've completely lost everything for
Seems
him
very fake.
recently. James Talrico, on the other hand, I think is extremely authentic.
Yes.
I absolutely love the man. James Talrico and Pete Buttigieg together, even though I know he was a terrible mayor to many people.
Who?
I think Buttigieg.
Oh, really?
I think those two together would be amazing. I'm hoping this doesn't pop you, but I gotta get it lit.
9 of Cups to go away. Let's see. Do I want to use Morgan Greer or do I want to use Unexplained Stack? I just love Unexplained Stack. That's the one I just tend to use.
Feel breezes have been great, but all of a sudden it's straight wind. Why? I
don't know, man.
I think the goddess is messing with me.
We all come from the goddess.
Like literally, it's been a light breeze for every like 2 minutes,
We all
and
come
all of
from
a sudden
LaGuardia.
it's straight wind. Let's give us a minute to do here.
We all come from LaGuardia.
Gemini. Oh yeah. You need some of the 9 cups to go away. What if we replace them with 10 cups? Would that be?
That'd be good.
That'd be great.
This
Or are
is
we
the-
over emotional about something?
What's the transfer under the bus? Oh yeah, yeah, agreed. I
Alright.
just get a fake energy from him.
Who? Gavin? I do too.
Immediately.
Aw. Prim and Nefertiti are loving each other. That's so cute.
My favorite political personality, if you will, of all time is Ann Richards,
Oh.
the Democratic governor from Texas. That lady said the shit. She kept it real. And she was freaking. I have never seen anybody like that lady
I
again.
thought you were going to say Erica Kirk.
As a favorite. Oh God, I don't even want to waste my time on that individual. Another fake.
Another
Another phony.
Another fake.
Another phony.
All right, let me transition this over, guys. I am using today the mini version of my Lightseers Tarot.
What is she saying? He's good for what?
I love the Lightseers Tarot. This is definitely a recommendation for a tarot for you guys if you want to get into it. You really should
Yeah, he is.
consider the Lightseers Tarot.
He is good for the bullying the bully. Oh,
Give me Bernie and AOC.
I
I love them both, but I don't think that they're palatable.
I would like a ticket that is totally a mismatch. I would like possibly.
Ooh,
Possibly.
I'm not gonna interrupt, my bad.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
I was gonna say one of my most things that I wish would be absolutely required and true is that the president had to have an opposing party vice president.
100%. That's
So if you're Republican, you have to have a Democratic VP, and
Yep.
if you're a Democrat, you have to be a Republican VP.
they need to make that like law.
And if they could have gotten, what's his name that you liked?
McCain?
John McCain
Yep.
and James Talrico together,
Oh my God.
we would be in a blissful world. This would be heaven on earth in the U.S. I'm just saying.
Which one is Fetterman? I don't know who that.
Which
I don't know who
Fetterman?
that-
I don't know much about. Well, we don't follow politics very much.
No, that's probably not.
We haven't been
good.
lately. Yeah, we should better.
Who are we doing for? Oh, who? Let's first.
Fetterman.
Let's see. Next, Doom.
I also am extremely bad at names and remembering who does what. I recognize faces, so when I hear like phrases and things that people see and do, then I can remember them. Otherwise, I have a really hard time knowing. Like if you ask me like what is a song that Incubus sings, I can't tell you, and I love Incubus passionately, but the music is great. I don't know if I've ever shared. I think I have shared. I've had a traumatic brain injury when I was 15 years old. And since then, I've always had before that, well, I didn't. After that, I have a really hard time remembering faces and names together. Like, even if I study and say it like 10 times, I will still forget it. It will come to me, like it's
Break
there. It's
on
just
party,
retrieval is a
cool.
problem.
Yes, term limits for House and Senate. Absolutely. They should not be able to serve more than 2 terms. They shouldn't. They're more impactful than the freaking president. They set that system up. I don't know that they were supposed to be like that.
Well, I mean, the thing is, if people are still voting for him,
people still vote for him.
Still voting for him.
Write people in, and then people have to vote for the write-in.
I agree. I think the other thing too, though, with term limits, I agree with term limits completely. Or there has to be a break in the term.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you can only serve 2 consecutive terms or something like that. I don't know anything about Fetterman to add to that conversation, but
I want to look them up.
I'll say we'll Google it later. What else did I want to show you today? On YouTube, I said we're gonna go look it up on YouTube. See my memory. I gotta work on that.
I don't
Hootless, you are up first, Hootless.
That's good. That's good. Yep.
I like that, Hootless. I agree. I'll remember it at some point. You can go ahead.
Okay. All right, Hootless.
You're gonna have to find a way to move your
first card
out of the way.
I drew.
You hear me?
You
have to find a way.
Where do you want it? Right here.
I want it in a place that's out of my screen, out of my face.
So Illumination. That's a yes card. If you are pondering something this week, that's a go. That's a yes. That's a absolutely. That's an affirmation, and it also could be revealed this week. So,
well,
it's a yes for me.
Rook pulled this card last night for somebody. I've got the 2 of Swords.
Oh, decisions.
So again, I'm going to point out. Yeah, it's decisions.
I shouldn't be saying yours.
The Light Seers Tarot. Highly recommend, if you enjoy the artwork, that this is a deck that you can use because you can figure it out with the imagery. It is always on point.
Amazing.
So in this image, you have this girl that's kind of being attacked by these 2 ravens, and it represents traditionally having to make a difficult decision. And there's also the blindfold. We talked about this last night. Remember, I mentioned the traditional one is blindfolded because it doesn't matter what you choose. You're going to have to make a decision, and it's going to have to be the right decision. But it's opposing forces. 2 things are coming at you, and you've got to pick one. And it feels like it's not going to be right, and it's going to be a tough decision. But you got to decide, or hair's going to get pulled out. Stop going back and forth and just make a decision. The 2 of Swords is always going to speak to me about decisions.
God, I hate those kind of situations when you have to, like, you go back and forth. But the Illumination should give some positive light to it that, you'll figure it out. And it's a yes.
2 of Swords isn't bad by any means. It's literally just, there's a decision that needs to be made based on certain things.
Are we ready? Oh, good. I need some Clinton smoke. Clear the air.
This is our old air mix. Smell that. Smell it. So we make all these blends ourselves to burn for different things, and we make them by the elements. This is our air mix, and immediately air. Oh, that is so amazing.
Awesome. You're an alien.
All right. Yeah, Hootless, and everybody. Dragon is next, yes. But everybody, we did our first in like 4 years, I think. Full tarot stream last night from like 10 to midnight.
It was literally like 2022 or 21. Yeah. I saw the thumbnail for it.
It was completely random.
Fun.
We had a blast pulling. We pulled 6 cards for each person, 3 each, going back and forth. And we are going to absolutely do that more.
That was fun.
I like doing more detailed reads because sometimes you get just the card and it doesn't really tell you a whole lot, We're trying to be more active with you guys because we appreciate how much time you're willing to spend with us, and we want to use it wisely.
We give it back. Give
the
most kind of service back.
Most valuable thing that you can give to anybody, including your deity, is time.
Time.
So if you believe in your gods and goddesses, the time that you spend with them is more valuable than any gold, anything.
There's so little and so much of it. Heard that from an oracle and an angel.
And then we're going to do our Vegas nerve at the end too.
Oh
man, I'm going to keep using this deck because I like it. But
oh my god, where's that?
I was going to bring my tarot machine.
Oh, you can still bring it and pull a card.
You know what? I'm going to pull a card for me on the tarot machine at the end.
I love that.
Kelvin, you are not last. You are actually 4th. So Dragon, Gemini, then you. You just got 2 ahead of you.
All right, so this is Dragon. Dragon's on the precipice of greatness.
All right,
She's
Dragon.
Already great. Ooh, yes.
Queen of Swords.
Yes,
All right.
honey.
So again, court card, representation's generally you, but the Queen of Swords is in charge of her decisions. She knows exactly what she needs to do. She's thinking about it. That's the other cool thing about the swords. They're all about knowledge and focus and just having what they need. And she is not making a snap decision. In the background, there's actually a water, a sea, and you can see some flags. You have the blue flag, which is kind of like a descriptor flag. It is the air symbol. You probably can't see that, I'm pretty sure, but on this blue flag, it's the upright triangle with the line through it, so the alchemical symbol for air. And then in the background, you see this yellow and red flag, which I take to mean the waters are a little bit rough right now. So you may not want to go swimming, or if you do, go swimming with caution. Be careful that you don't get pulled into the undertow. So this decision needs to be thought through. Really put some thinking into it and decide before you make a final decision. And the Queen of Swords always does that. She thinks it through. She goes really slow. I would love to.
Yes.
We need to interview Sarah.
I don't know who that is, but
she's been in the Apocrypha show a few times. She's come into some of the. I don't know if she's ever been in Satan and Coffee, but she's been on Apocrypha.
I really want Dyra and Adius. I don't know if they will, but both of them.
But Dyra. I know.
And
but all right, so decision to be made, but be cautious. So make sure you think it through all the way so that you can avoid the caution flag.
And by the way, no pressure. I mentioned it before, but I would love to interview Paranormal Witch. And if she doesn't prefer to be on video, just audio. And if she doesn't prefer to be on audio, then I'll be really sad. You
know what I thought? If you want to Paranormal, if you aren't really wanting to do it, or you don't want to have people hear you for whatever reason, there's some things we can do.
Mm-hmm.
We can...
we can cloak you.
We can cloak you. We can use an avatar, or we can use a voice changer. I don't care about any of those things if it gets your thoughts out there, because we love to hear what you think.
So needed, and it's been for years that I've wanted to interview Paranormal Witch, so maybe she'll consider it and ponder it.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Agreed.
She is a badass. Yeah.
Very, very much agreed.
Now, Dragon, this is one of my favorite cards that I happen to pull for you, and it's Demise. So, like, what's really not serving you this week? Maybe you don't know. Maybe you think it is. Maybe something's been emotionally draining. I get more of like either time or emotional drain. I like when Demise shows up, or death, if you consider the the cousin of this one. It's literally like break ties, cut it out, let it go. So I hope that makes sense or is helpful this week. This is literally, I think Adius asked you the other day, when we were playing games, what's your favorite tarot card? And you said the Magician. Demise and the Tower are two of my favorites. I just love them.
You know why? It was very sweet, actually.
That was very sweet, yeah.
He had changed his image on his thing to make the magic card. I know it's his favorite too, though. I get that. But he was like, he wanted to show me that he had this little tool that made his image show the magic thing. It was really, really
sweet. Was it the
cool.
The avatar on Discord?
It was the Discord avatar, and it's still up. If I can find it, I'll show it to you.
Silence, girls.
But I want to share this.
That was really thoughtful. And I had a good time playing games with him.
Yeah.
We used to do that on Sundays.
Every Sunday.
We would play video games. We play GTFO.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun.
If you guys are interested in video gaming or hanging out with us when we play games, there is a second Discord. It's currently called Palms, Paradise, and Piranhas. The name is changing today. But check out that second link.
Yes,
and if you guys ever want to play games with us, you can do that. And you can go in there anytime. We hang out and just join. So
you are an excellent teacher.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Ooh, I'm going to set that up. I got your number. I'm going to text you, girl.
Gemini is up next just for the record.
Gemini, my love, do you ever dream of Gemini rain?
That was very weird.
My Gemini rain. You remember that song?
Yes, differently.
That's how I have to connect, by singing the names. Yeah, talking. Yeah.
Better get some of your smoke there.
Oh shoot, no, I didn't. Let's see. Let me clear off
I didn't even put all the cards back in. Gemini's up next, and then Lord Calvin, you're right after.
All right.
You know what death is for me now, and it didn't used to be? Death is a statement of a human being remembering that they're more than just the physical life.
That to me too, it's about like ownership, like I'm in charge kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it.
It's recognition to me that the physical body is just a physical body and has nothing to do with, well, not nothing to do, but it's just not the rest of us. Dragon. That is the entire point of why we do this.
Mm-hmm.
I know we've talked about it before. A lot
Just
of times
talking,
the best teaching just comes from talking. 10,000%.
Oh my God, yeah.
When we changed our method of this, remember like I said, and we talk about it a lot, we quit the show, really, because I'm like, I didn't feel like a good teacher, like I could share things the right way.
It was scripted. I came off as very fake watching it, but I did not like it.
Me either.
Like reading stuff.
When we changed our mission and vision of this channel and what it is to, we have just as much to learn from everybody else, and we just want to get the conversation going and get thoughts out there. Man, it opened everything up to me.
I learned so much from all of you every week.
And just being able to say, I don't know, I've never heard of that thing.
You get me pondering. Literally. That's the name of the title of it, Pondering.
Gemini, your card for me
Whoop,
is...
whoop, Gemini Rain.
Six of Wands. This card came up last night a couple times.
It did.
So the Six of Wands is a really neat card. I love the imagery here. This is, again, such a direct deck. Last night's version of this, you probably wouldn't have been able to get it, although I did share that traditional meaning. Girls, please.
Girls, go outside.
I shut the door.
The door for 'em or no?
You can open it.
Oh, girls.
The Six of Wands, you see her. This is exactly what it means. Celebration. Accept it. You are allowed to win, and you are allowed to be proud of success. The wreath that you see right next to her on the torch is kind of like, I think of it as like the Olympic torch, in that I deserve the recognition for all the work I'm doing, and it is okay to have ego. A lot of people talk about, you got to break the ego, get rid of the ego. No. The ego is critical to your success in your life. You just have to manage it, and you have to have no hubris about it. So yes, accept that you can do something and have something that's great. Allow it to be great. Celebrate it, and be like, you know what? Yes, I am fucking queen. God damn it. And that is okay. And that is what the Six of Wands says, is it's you accept the celebration, do your victory lap. That's the traditional meaning, is do your victory lap. So please do your victory lap. If whatever you're working through, maybe you're not there yet, maybe you are, but when you get there, ride the horse around, do the victory lap, wear the wreath. Say that you're amazing because you are. Do it.
All right. So for you, this is from Tarot of Neofiction. I drew Devotion, and this talks about kind of, it's coming through as being on a path, being on your own path, and being steady in that path and following what's right. And through the devotion, it's telling me that you are even if you don't interact with people, your energy is an example and affects people on your path and the way you've devoted to that belief. So please continue on. That's a beautiful card. I have never drawn this card from this deck.
Love it.
I love
Congratulations on done clinicals.
Clinicals are done, yay!
Clinical LPN school clinicals were the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. RN was bad, but the LPN clinicals were
tough.
Ooh, I almost quit.
And when she said earlier that
whatever your clinicals are
about the sun, that she worked nights, I was an 11 to 7 nurse, and I loved it, and I did it for about 4 years, and then I just got to where I could not sleep. I used to be able to get home at 7, go to sleep from like 9 to 3, but in the end, I was waking up at like 12 or 1, and I just couldn't sleep anymore. But I absolutely loved working nights.
All my nursing clinicals were nights, remember? I did the nights in the ICU. Oh. I love nights. I'm better at nights. My prime time of life really is from 9 p.m. to 4 in the morning, but you have to force yourself into a really weird, thing. A really weird system that just
we need some more
fit in versus belonging, right? We need to cut Ma's nails again.
Where's our little tongs? We need more stuff here.
Oh, you mean just like this?
Get it? Sweet, thank you.
Kelvin, you're up next. Lord Kelvin. Bing, bing. I apologize if you share this, Gemini, but can I ask what the clinicals are for? Do you care sharing? If not, I completely understand. And I know you probably, if you said it before, I forgot and I apologize.
I wonder if it's something like about how your cards the other day or something. Or the clinicals, like people see it and they probably feel that energy. I don't know. Huh. Oh yeah, what's clinical for? Thank you for the
Sweet.
Yay! It's
That
fucking hard.
Yes,
We've
it is.
been there.
Speaking to a registered nurse here, it is one of the most rewarding things, but it's the hardest thing I ever did. And what is so amazing is there's so many things you can do.
And a former LPN, which I'm one day gonna take the boards again, but I just haven't felt like it right now. But it's hard.
Yep.
A working family, huh?
That is awesome. Well,
Interesting.
congratulations. That is freaking awesome. Look, Hootless, to me, that's one of the reasons why we probably should hang out. Rook and I, we've had friends and people that we have acquaintance with, but a lot of our friends that we really care about have left, have moved away. So that's made it hard, and we just haven't really connected to that many people. So now we have grown a very small but very trustworthy circle. All it is about 6 of us, 6 to 8 of us. Somewhere in that number, and it's life-changing to have somebody outside of work and family to be able to rely on and say, look, I need you. I'm not gonna I don't even have to say why, but I need something, and you just would drop everything for them, and I would.
And just the connection, really.
We should make a trip. We're gonna plan that as soon as we're done here, guys. We're gonna plan 2 meetings. Maybe a meeting with just Hootless to hang out, but also a group meeting to see if anybody's local that we can get together, and anybody who can't come locally, we'll dial you in. That'd be so much fun.
It would be nice.
All right, Kelvin.
Yeah, sorry, Florida was pretty unlivable though. Yeah.
I know, for you guys especially.
I
though,
know,
I
for
get
you
it.
guys it was. I know.
Ace of Swords is your first card, Kelvin, and this is really important. You've heard me talk about aces before. Aces are often sorted as the new beginning of something, the start of something, the initiation of something, and that is still true. But it is also the entire raw energy of that element. So our swords are, for me, air. Some people do have swords as fire, but for me, swords are air. They are the truth. They cut things. They cut the fat off of the steak so that it can be lean, and it can cut a person and cause damage. It can also cut things metaphorically away from you that you don't need so that you can grow. You can trim the bonsai tree, or you can over-trim it and it dies. That is air to me. That is the swords. And the Ace of Swords is representing that thing for you of needing to really look at what things are serving you and what things that aren't. This sounds very familiar, like we've had this read with you before. That we really need to focus on some things that need to be cut and let go. There's a need to very surgically remove some things from your life in order for you to progress properly. And when you cut them, they have to be cut completely. There cannot be anything left over. It can't be a bad cut. You have to cut them and move on. So the Ace of Swords is speaking to the new beginnings traditionally still, but to get there, these things have to be completely removed. And hopefully you know what those things are. The other thing I'm going to point out is this Fibonacci staircase. It's kind of like a nautilus shell, which is a representation of the Fibonacci sequence, which is a pattern that's found throughout the world and throughout many things, and many things in the universe and in our solar system. And it's one of the things that leads some people to believe that we are living in a simulation, if you didn't know that.
I did not know that. Fibonacci, coochie, coochie.
It's weird that math is so prevalent if somebody didn't design it.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Weird.
But I think it designs itself.
It's weird.
I think the universal energy is all connected, everything together, and it designs itself. And that's why we have these patterns, but that's just me. Ace of Swords, my friend.
I pulled for you from the Term Neofiction, the Patriarch. Not Patriarchy, but Patriarch. So, in your established practice, you'll have the opportunity not to go out and not to be aggressive, not to be loud or anything, but to be an elder in terms to someone that may be interested in paganism, the left-hand path. So just be on the lookout for that, and really consider about taking that opportunity to be a mentor. Mentorship is coming up for me in different ways. I'm actually, an apprentice to a mentor, and there is that value in that one-on-one interaction, exchange of energy and discussion. So if you have the opportunity, really consider to be that patriarch for someone new or somebody seeking.
Very nice.
Huh?
Very nice.
Yeah, I love these cards.
Paranormal is up next, but I hope that gives you something.
Gives you something. Then it's YOLO.
I am going to reach out to Dragon at some point today or this week so we can talk about our last conversation, some mentorship. And get some things clarified. I want your opinion on a lot of things and some help with some things.
Let's see.
The jasmine is what I'm smelling in this.
Smells really good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. All right. Now we're going to paranormal. There's only one para. There's only one normal. Which? Paranormal. I'm glad you're feeling better, paranormal. I was thinking about you last week. We got sick as well, unfortunately, but we don't have two little ones, so I know that had to be tough.
Paranormal.
I'm sick with the babies.
Your first card is the wheel. One of the things that you'll notice on the wheel is kind of a representation of the Vegasier, but some other things, but it's directional. You see what looks like a north, south, east, and west, right? Now, traditionally, the wheel could mean good fortune, depending on some cards around it. It also can mean that fortune is on its way to you, or things are in a fortunate manner. For me, it means we're going in the right direction in this particular card. And so this is, again, how you can read cards kind of interpretively from what you see. Normally, I might get a little bit of a different read, but in this particular one, it looks great. Like, we are going in the right direction. We are marching in a way that's going to give us what we're looking for. She is talking about being on top of the direction and being understanding. The other thing is she's got her knee bent at her leg. That is often symbolism for the number 4. And the number 4 is a very structured and stable card. It's very organized. Things are very weighed. There are 4 directions. But again, generally it means fortune. The good fortune's coming your way. The wheel of fortune is spinning, or Lady Fortune is shining on you. But in this one, I feel more of you're going in the right direction. You're going towards the right thing. The pathway is starting to line up for you in a good way.
All right. The Tarot of Neofiction. I pulled 2 just because I felt pulled to do that. Thank you, Gemini Rain. Have a great day. Congrats on finishing clinicals. We know how hard that is. Have a great week. Thanks for stopping by. So, paranormal pulled growth and understanding from reflection, self-reflection. So, this is not something, that you'll just get from reading a book and absorbing or processing. If you do read something new, you're going to have to really sit with this week and just literally go with your intuition for this growth and understanding. Kind of listen to other people. It may help get your brain going, but it's more really about self-reflection for growth and understanding this week. I'm not sure on what, why, or how, but I love those moments that come and you just know, like it comes in your mind, your subconscious, and you're like, oh wow, I get this. To me, that's one of the best ways.
I agree. I love that reflection card. Can you guys see the people walking on the water, the reflections? That's just an amazing interpretation of it to me. That feels very moon-like.
It is very moonlight. It's literally like
the moon's in it, but
it's literally like they are looking at. They're following their own.
I have to take this.
They're not.
I'll be back.
They're not following anything else, but within their self. All right. So I hope that helps. Right, we're gonna get ready to pull YOLO's cards. I like to say YOLO. YOLO, YOLO. All right. Yep. YOLO and FOMO. You only live once and no fear of missing out. That's actually a pretty cool song. Like very poppy, but I like it. I forgot who sings it. And I almost set the table on fire, guys. YOLO, YOLO. All right. Let us see. Sorry, I'm sorry for sniffing and coughing here all morning. It's not as easy for me to mute with this mic. All right, let's see what we got here. YOLO. Anybody have anything like big coming up this week? I have to go to drive to Orlando tomorrow for a work meeting on Tuesday. You're welcome, Paranormal. And I'm not looking forward to the drive. Luckily, my car will drive me most of the way. Oh, Temperance Moon! Okay, sweet. Hey. Well, good to see you. All right, I remember you, Temperance Moon.
Yeah.
YOLO?
Yeah. Is that who YOLO is?
That is YOLO.
I did not know that.
Think of setting things fire. Have y'all seen the 6 Warehouse Factory Fire? No, I've got to look that up, Dragon.
Sorry, I'm not on call, but I'm always on call, so.
YOLO, 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 YOLO. That reminds me of Bebo, YOLO, Bebo.
YOLO.
YOLO. Come here.
I have not heard about that. See, I'm missing all kinds of stuff.
I know. Like 2 years ago, we got rid of cable and just go on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I love it. $200 a month less, or like $150 a month less, and less headaches. I still work with the Lord. Oh, interesting. Okay, y'all saw me shuffle it.
You
Right?
go first.
Huh?
You can go first.
Section and
For YOLO.
this is so cool. Like the cards just keep it coming.
That's a good card.
6. All right. So, oh, this is an interesting 6 of swords. Okay, so I actually pulled 3. Sorry, because anytime I pull another card so quick after shuffling that is the repeat, I always want to get clarification. So reflection, that is still self-reflection, but let's look at what the other cards have. So 6 of swords. To me, I always picture this as like going away from an idea. So I get like, it looks like a big wave about to crash on this ship. And I think in some points, this is a very different version of this card.
It's very different.
For me, usually I picture it like going off in a calm water, like a journey.
That's usually what it is. It's a need a vacation.
But this is telling
Very
me
different.
there's something going on. Let's see what the last one is, because
It's almost like get out now.
it's like get out now, look within, and then self-discipline. Self-discipline to me is like the temperance card, right?
That's very pretty.
So looking within, going away, and then balance of some sort. I don't know what that is. Maybe could it have to be with your work? Do these mean anything to you? Reflection, 6 of is knives for knives?
Knives.
Knives. Reflection, 6 of knives, and then self-discipline. So
And then we're going to add in the Fool.
what can we add? Oh.
So the Fool, this is a clear one. I think everybody knows it. It's the, time to step into something new. But what I love about the Fool in the Lightseer's Tarot is she's falling backwards.
Oh, your job.
Yeah, and so falling backwards into this pool means trust fall. Like, you need to be able to take this step out and trust that you will land on your feet, and you will. So whatever it is you're working with, or whatever, if it is your job, there is something that is requiring you to be trusting of and stepping out into something maybe a little bit new. It's not saying that you should trust what's going on. It's saying you need to start, or when you start out on the next leg of something, or the next venture of something, let's say you change your jobs, or a new position, or you're not enjoying your job, when you get to the next level of what you need to do, you need to find something that's going to allow you to be able to do this kind of a trust fall. You know, the Fool traditionally is stepping out into something new, the beginning of a cycle, the things starting to go and starting to move forward. But this is the need for that thing to be trusting and to hold you when you fall. You also can't see very well, but there are some designs, and you can. There it goes. The bottom of the card.
Let me take mine away so
No,
you can see
that's
yours
fine.
better.
In that bottom of the card,
pretty.
it's representation of a crystalline structure, right? Something that is stable that will hold you, and it's water. Water will hold you emotionally. But this person's scared. You gotta do it, and you just have to do it, and know that you will be held as you fall, and you will not hurt yourself. But you gotta take the leap. If you don't take the leap, then things will get really stuffy and held back.
I hope that makes sense, YOLO.
You only live once.
And no FOMO.
I don't know what that means.
Fear of missing out. No FOMO.
That is a big problem for me in my entire life.
Yeah, me too. Very bad. Like constantly. Like, yeah. It's hard. You need to find another job that's better than.
We're gonna pull
give
a
you
last
shit.
card.
Oh yeah, you're gonna
Vegas
do your
Nerd
whirly
card.
Oh, and then are you gonna do your whirly?
Oh yeah, I need to do the whirly first.
Whirly. Let me put this away. I'm gonna clear some space for his whirly. I love his whirly.
I do too. It's one of my favorite things, but don't touch it. It's mine.
How do you like it? I'm gonna get me one or something.
No, you're gonna get all of them for both of us. Except this one's mine.
That one is definitely yours. Definitely just yours. Yes.
I just threw my tourmaline.
Ooh, maybe they want a rebel deck card. I haven't done that. That's cute. I'll do it when you do your Vegas card. Pull in the energies.
I'm so afraid of dropping this thing.
This goes for our.
Some of you have seen the whirly thing. Some of you have not seen the whirly
For
thing.
you, my love. Let's see what's the best way.
This is the whirly thing.
Let's see if I can get it over here. Maybe.
So this, by the way, is a tourmaline and copper wrapped besom that I bought. It's very cute. You're moving too much.
Oh, sorry.
Isn't that cute, girl? I like this because when I use it, it's only for this item, and I don't know how I figured that, but it's only allowed to be used with this.
That is awesome.
And it sweeps away the negativity. It's how you cleanse.
Well, it called to you.
This is how you cleanse the whirly.
This is the whirly. She has
the spinning tarot.
It's called the spinning tarot. Individually put together by a craftsman, Charles Pagan. Not Charles Pagan. Chaz. Pagan.
All right, y'all ready? Spinning wheel, cards of fate, align with spirits beyond the gate, that they may guide this wheel's turn to foretell futures and then adjourn.
What do we have?
I love this thing. It's so fucking amazing.
Just go with your intuition.
This is so steampunk. This is like absolutely. This is the favorite gift I think I've ever received from anybody.
Oh,
I've told you that before. All right.
I love that.
Let's stop right there.
I was really nervous because you like tarot so
Y'all
much.
ready to see what my card is?
Which is it? Let's see.
The Fool.
The Fool.
It's the Fool. So this Fool is basically just like it is for the Fool that I just read. It's the reminder that we need to step out and do something and trust. And I have to trust that the right thing is going to happen and step out. Now, there's things changing at work for me, and I think we've talked about this, and I know that's what it's about because I'm very nervous about doing these different things at work that I have to do. And I have to just do them and I have to not care what the outcome is anymore and just do what I think is right. I'm having a lot of holdbacks because I'm having trouble doing that first step of things because I'm self-doubting. So I got to stop that. And when I stop that, everything will make sense. So I'm going to listen. And this week, I'm going to get a Fool out of one of my decks, and I'm going to carry it with me. And just try to remember that we are all fools, and it's not a bad thing, it's not an ignorant thing, it is a trust thing.
Before he pulls his Vegas card, I'm going to pull a card from the Sarcastic Rebel deck, which is very much in tune to me and my Be Kind short. the energy of it. Let's see what the Rebel deck will say for us, for motherfucking us. Let's see. I love to sing and cuss for us. All right, so what are we gonna do? Okay, she says, stop sleeping so damn much. Wake up, you're missing some cool shit. Okay. Stop sleeping so damn much. Wake up, you're missing some cool shit. Thank you, Rebel Deck.
All right, and our very last card for the day, we put a lot of cards today, is from the Vagus Nerve deck. The Vagus Nerve deck is a deck that uses the polyvagal theory to try to give you ways to increase your vagal nerve restfulness and kind of keep you restful and reduce your anxiety and help with traumas and help with responses. And so the card I randomly picked is Vitality. Vitality, and it's called Shake It Off. The practice, oh, by the way, the cards in this deck give you easy, fast things that you can do to help reset your vagus nerve. Your vagus nerve is the nerve that's responsible for your fight or flight, freeze, fawn, flop responses, and can we get stuck in a fight or flight response to be short, and we can't function the way we need to function. It's a problem. That's when we start having the stressors and all the things not going the way we want. So this helps us learn to work on that. Shake it off. The practice of shaking ignites a gentle, invigorating vibration throughout the body, actively promoting emotional release and restoring the nervous system's equilibrium. This practice is especially effective when moving out of shutdown and heading up the ladder towards safety and connection. Now, if you don't know, there is a thing called the safety ladder in polyvagal theory, and it's this ladder that we try to climb up to get to a place of safety and connection. If we are going down the ladder, the going down is towards shutdown and being frozen. So we want to move up the ladder, and shaking can help us do that. So here's the practice. Begin with 1 minute, aiming for 3 to 5 minutes when you are practicing this continually. You're going to stand up with your feet shoulder width apart. Maintain a straight back as you gently tuck your hips forward. So roll your hips forward. Keep your arms relaxed by your side. Just shake your body gently, starting with your wrists, moving up to your arms, neck, and head. Breathe deeply from your diaphragm. Bounce gently on the balls of your feet, shaking out your legs as you lift and plant your heels. If you have neck sensitivity, focus exclusively on lower arm and leg movements. So the idea is that the activity and the feeling of shaking helps get those things to kind of release. And what I get after doing this practice, which I've done this before,
that feels kind of good.
When you're done, you feel like you're vibrating a little bit still.
Yeah,
right? You're just a little buzzed. It's so cool. So that is our vagus nerve for the week, is Shake It Off. I'm going to share with you guys.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
You guys that weren't here last night, we did identify. So thank you guys for joining.
Thank
this has been
so
amazing.
much for hanging out
as
with
always.
us. Belly dancing, all right.
Belly dancing.
I can't stop the shaking.
Shakira. I can't stop shaking my hips.
Thank you so much for hanging out. Have a great week. And send us a message or keep going in the different Discords.
I think of the song, I don't know the name of it, from Slumdog Millionaire. Ring a ring a ringa, ring a ring a ringa, ring a ring a ringa, ringa ring, ring a ring a ringa, ring a ring a ringa, ring a ring a ringa, ring.
All right.
Chua chua, chua chua, ay 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 ay. Sorry,
You've lost it.
that's a song. I'm gonna play it for you now.
Okay. Okay. All right.
You never stop. Give me the mouse.
No.
You're doing it wrong.
What am I supposed to do?
You never transitioned us back.
Ring a 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 ring a.
Sick of your shit.
I thought that said thanks, gays.
Thanks, gays.
You're welcome.
We're fine with that.
See you.
Have a good one. All right, now you do all the stop shit.
Now what I do right here?
Yep.
Okay, and then yes.
Bye.